Hi Aquarius, what's up weirdo? Okay, so I have these two decks and they're both oracle decks. I'm going to use these two in another video. And I've been telling all the other signs this, so it's kind of like old news by now. But in this particular reading for your full month spread of September, I will be only using the Tarot Mucha deck in this reading. And then if you would like to see about these past life oracle cards or the zodiac oracle deck, like a reading with them, I will be posting videos about that too, specifically for these signs, okay? I've already done a reading on this. I've already done readings with these cards for all the signs. If you want to check that out, I'll leave the link down below, okay? But now we're going to go ahead and jump into your September as an Aquarius during Virgo season. We're already starting off with a bang. Okay, so the beginning of your September, we're focusing on injustice. We're focusing on maybe righting some wrongs. There could be a Libra that we're going to be dealing with. Let's see what's up. So starting off, we have the Knave of Wands. Sorry guys, I have no idea why this is so exposed. It's in reverse. So this is someone who is typically a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, who is moving too fast and making really, really bad decisions because they are not thinking things through. So who is this person? Aquarius. This person is a person who has everything they need, but they're not ready to move. They're not ready to move forward. It's a person who may be afraid of losing or losing someone. And they're afraid that someone's going to, be sneaky towards them. They're afraid that someone's going to trick them. And it could be about you because you are obviously an air sign. So there could be some, if you have a fire sign spouse or a fire sign in your life that you care about, they could feel like they feel like they can't move forward with you maybe because they're afraid that you're being too sneaky, or they're afraid that they might lose because there's something that they don't know. As we all know, you guys are notoriously freakishly hard to understand sometimes, but I'm one of the lucky ones who actually do understand Aquarius very, very well. So I guess that makes me a weirdo too. But I think this fire sign is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius is a little thrown off by how smart you are without even trying to be smart, okay? So let me move into the Four of Pentacles in reverse here. Now, this Four of Pentacles in reverse is basically saying you're either being too greedy, you're wanting too much, or you're paying way too much attention to telling others things about other people that you have no business saying. This could also be you just not paying attention or valuing your own possessions. This could be you, just not paying attention or being on top of your money. This could also just mean, something simple like you're just not focused on your money, but not in a bad way. It could just be that you're not focused on that because you're more focused on your love life. So let's see what this has to do with Four of Pentacles in reverse. Your grace. We have Five of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this is something that you ask for ultimately, and it's something that you need assistance with as far as money. So even if you are well off, I feel like you want more. And for others who are broke, I feel like you're like trying to figure out how to get more. You're trying to figure out what's your next step. You're like kind of asking for help. Even if you're not asking people, you may be just, trying to align with the right energies in order to figure out how the hell you can get some more money, okay? And we're all trying to do that, so you're not alone on that one. So then we move into the Fool card. So, new journeys. There could be an Aries that we're dealing with definitely because we do have this fire energy already here. Kind of, this optimistic outlook on what's to come. And just happiness. I don't feel like this is, someone being gullible. I do feel like this is someone who's being optimistic and open for the future. So what is this involving? What part of Aquarius' life is this involving? Either it's a person, maybe. Okay, so this is maybe something that you were kind of afraid to do because it kind of had you not in control of your emotions. I also feel like this new phase could be something that doesn't involve love. It's more about, progressing in other ways. This could also be someone, if this is a person, that Aries energy, it's someone that you're not sure if you can trust yet, or someone that you don't know how to control yourself around them yet. You're like, when they come around, you just turn into like, I don't know, like you just start like your water intensifies. That's crazy. But yeah, it's like, it's almost like your water intensifies and you just can't help yourself around them. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's up to you to know which person this is in your life. But I do feel like they bring some type of happiness, or they did at one point. Going towards the middle of your September for Aquarius. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, I'm just moving my cards up. Alrighty, so the energy of the middle of September for you is going to be kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie, because this is the Five of Wands. So maybe some competition, maybe some fighting, arguing, depending on how volatile your life is. If this is dealing with work, this is simply just you competing to get more money, or competing to be the better employee, or the better student, or the better cook, whatever it is that you do. It's competing to be at the top. Now, this can turn volatile if you allow it to, and it can turn very violent, but you have the power to keep it at bay, and keep it just about, competitive, like competition, and not more than that. If this is love, this is probably going to be some arguing going on. It's probably going to be some dysfunction, okay? This is Mars energy, definitely. So assertiveness and personal desires, okay? So this is like people are trying to fight for what they want. It's nothing else, okay? Now we have the Karma card here, or the Will card. Now this is the Wheel of Fortune. So what comes up must come down. So whatever you've been putting out is going to come back to you right at the beginning of the middle of September. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to go ahead and look and see what that involves. What karmic change is that going to involve? It's going to involve maybe some transportation for some of you. There could be a Cancer coming in. There could also be a change in motive, a change in what motivates you as a person, what drives you. A change in duality, a change in dynamic. There's a change in status. I want to say that you win a victory, because the Will card and the Chariot card are upright, and they're both major arcana. So it's pretty much set in stone that you're going to have a change either with a car, or transportation, or just some type of transition to better motives, okay? So whatever you've been putting out, you will be receiving in the middle of September. So then we move into the Lovers card here, which is, very easily Gemini. Sorry, y'all. I thought I heard someone outside. Very much Gemini energy. But I feel like this is like love that you can't be too sure about. This is love that you have to understand and kind of learn over time. I feel like this is a past connection, but maybe the connection in the past was not romantic. And so it's like blossoming into this, but it's like a weird, it's not your traditional romance, is what I feel like. Let's see what this involves. Oh. Or if it's a Gemini, it's not your typical Gemini. Yeah, so this love is like secret. It's like something that you don't want necessarily to be illuminated, but it's there. And it's like something that you kind of keep to yourself, whether it's a crush or whether it's just someone that you like. It's like something that you know, or you and that other person both know, but it's not out in the open. Yeah, so very, very cool. This could also be a relationship with a Cancer once again, because this is also Cancer energy. We move on to the Eight of Swords upright. So a lot of you could be feeling isolated or feeling like you can't move forward. Ultimately, that's not the case, but I do feel like you feel like, I feel like that you feel like there's more work that has to be done in order for you to move forward, or almost like you have to do some type of something to get to the next step. There's a missing piece, whether it's just you realizing that you don't have to take what you're taking, or maybe you realize that there's a missing piece and you figure that out. There's something missing that's hindering you from getting to the next point, okay? What is this about? It's your strength. It's your confidence. This could also be a Leo. You may need a Leo to come back and show you that, things aren't how you think they are. Things are connected in ways that you forgot. I almost feel like there's a sense of courage that was maybe lost or hidden. And I feel like a Leo could bring that out for you. for sure. Also, just your own self-courage and maybe working on your health. Maybe becoming more confident in how you physically look could also benefit in you learning how to get past this obstacle that you're kind of stuck at, this little phase that you're stuck in. So moving on into the end of September for Aquarius. Whoa. Okay. So the energy for the end of September is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is working hard and working towards a goal. This is working consistently. It doesn't have to be nonstop, but it's definitely consistent work that will yield to a product or some type of project or relationship that is executed well, as long as you stay focused on this task, as long as you stay focused on why you started it in the first place. This is like more of a manual doing, and this is like an infinite commitment towards something, even if it is temporary. I know that sounds contradicting, but that's, you know, the mood or the energy for the end of September. Okay, so we start off with the Justice card, and I feel like I've been getting this card for a lot of the other signs. So this is, again, even though we're not in Libra season, I feel like a lot of Virgo season is preparing us for Libra season, for things to come into justice, for karma to really set in ways that you know, you may not have thought out or predicted. But this is definitely a time where, you know, justice is going to be setting in and karma is going to be, you know, solidified. So let's see what this Libra or this justice situation is about. There's justice in love. So there may be justice or a balance, a harmonic energy in the end of your September, almost to the point where you feel like it's love, or you just trust it's almost like you just trust the vibes, you trust the emotions of whatever is going on at the end of September. You trust the decision that was made, the balance that occurred, to the point where I feel like it's almost visible to the other person that you are enamored by them or that you admire them, you know? So then when you move to the Ten of Cups in reverse, you may not be realizing that things are out of whack because you're so enamored by the other person. So be aware that there are things that can be blessings or seem like miracles that can happen, but you may be missing them solely because your perspective is not broad enough, okay? So actually, I want to see more of what that's about. What blessings are missing out? Yeah, things are moving quickly with this fire person. And I feel like there's a sense of not wanting them to get away or not wanting them to know too much. I don't know. I feel like as an Aquarius, you're kind of trying to play chess, even though this fire sign probably isn't even aware that, that you're playing chess. So I would say maybe slow down and not be so quick to try to plan out how everything's going to play out, because you don't really know. And the fact that you're so involved emotionally with whoever this is, whether you admit it or not, I feel like that's going to force you to understand another part of yourself that maybe you don't use often because you are such a logical person. And so with that being said, yes, Aquarius, you are very smart and you do know a lot of things, but when you step into territory such as emotions that you might not understand as much as a fire sign, because us as fire signs, we deal with, you know, not necessarily emotions, but more so what it feels like and what we want. Passion. So like we feel as well. We're feelers as well as, you know, the water signs. So you might want to be careful and try not to be too, I'm not saying you are being manipulative, but don't try to outthink the other person. I really feel like this is a really, really good harmonious energy that can carry itself further, you know, and grow in the way that it needs to, but don't try to meddle in it. Like, you're in it, so you don't have to try to fix it. The only reason you would have to try to fix something is if you feel like something is wrong, and if something is wrong, just end it. And I'm sure you have no problem with that, Aquarius. So, like I'm saying, I just feel like it's important for you to understand that this is not a trick, or this isn't, no one's out to get you in this situation. So you just have to remember that, okay? So we have the Seven of Wands ending off the September with basically what I just said. You need to have confidence and courage in what it is that you're trying to achieve. You need to have confidence in this fire sign, and you need to understand that the situation that you have with the fire sign is okay. It's not something that you have to try to outthink. You don't have to try to play cat and mouse. You understand? There's a feeling of because this is a newer feeling for you, I almost feel like you don't know what else to do but to play cat and mouse. You don't know what else to do but to see, to test them and see if they're going to fall for your trap, or to see if they're going to pass your test. But at the same time, you have to realize fire does not work like that. Fire is more about, if it feels right, the flame is going to grow. So if you're trying to tamper around and you start acting funny with this fire sign, they're not going to know what the fuck's going on, and they're probably just going to dip, because that's the quickest thing to do. It's the easiest next step to do, right? And fire is always on the move. And as the air sign, you are kind of always on the move as well, especially being an Aquarius, but you're constantly thinking about what your next move is instead of doing. Fire is more about doing first and then thinking. So being that you guys are opposites, I do think it'll be very yin-yang energy, but if one of you guys starts trying to work over the other, it's going to become this mess, you know? And we don't need that. So how can you become more confident in your stance with this fire situation or person? Uh-oh. Well, realize that this change was unexpected, but it was meant to happen. It was divine, right? And also realize that this person is here to help. You guys can help each other. This is a transition period. So even if this doesn't last, this is meant to happen just for a transitory moment. But it's still valuable in its knowledge. It's still valuable in the knowledge that it holds, you know, the situation. So I don't feel like there's anything to worry about. If, like, honestly, I feel like this reading was really, really strong. In the middle of your September, it's going to get like basically exactly what I said is going to happen, because it's all major arcana. There was so much heavy energy in this month, and I feel like as an Aquarius, yes, you are logical, and Virgo is very, very detail oriented and very organized, so it's, in a way, it's very logical as well. But you guys are logical in a way that only makes sense to you, and Virgo is trying to be practical so that it works for everyone. So you have to remember, it's not just about what you think, it's about what you think in collaboration with what is actually happening and how you can help the situation. So if this is love, this is work, if this is your home life, you have to figure out what thoughts that you have can you contribute to make whatever situation better. You understand? And try not to overthink it. Don't try to outthink someone, because that's not the energy. We're not going for who's the baddest. It's not Leo season anymore. It's not about who can outshine anyone. It's more about what can we all put in to make things work smoother, because we have, like, harvest is coming. Like, we are harvesting right now, so we have to make sure everything's in order. So who's signing up for what job? That's what Virgo season is about. So you as an Aquarius, you need to use your mind in order to mold and create the energy and the relationship and the foundation of what it is that you want to manifest. Okay, so I hope that answered everything for everybody. There's a lot of strong energy in here. If you need a personal reading, just let me know. I leave all of my information down below for you, Aquarius. And leave a like, a comment, subscribe, something. Just let me know that you're watching. Like, I just need a little, you know, just something. And yeah, I'm love from a Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, then one day I will be. And until next time, Aquarius, I will see you very, very soon. Bye.